Hey everybody, it is Pastor Marcus here with Pastor Mario. What's up, Pastor Mario? How you doing, bro?
How's it going, man? Doing well, doing great. Enjoying summer.
Enjoying
Is
this.
this
I was
summer out
just
there,
about to
bro?
ask you what it's like in Utah right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's summer over here. Is it summer over there?
Nah, bro, it's winter over here. It's been
What?
like raining nonstop, but that's okay because like I'm a rain guy. Like I could live in Scotland, bro, where it's like moody and rainy all the time. Like
Oh
I'm,
man.
I when I was younger, I was like I have to have summer all the time. But after living in Australia for 10 years, where the summers basically kill you because it's so hot, I'm like, yo, give me rain, give me clouds. I'm happy, bro. Like
Oh, then yeah, man.
it's
So that's crazy.
one.
Enjoying summer and rain and winter at the same time. That's wild.
That's it, bro. But I do still like. I mean, I do still like summer, you know. But I've
Yeah.
come to. I used to get depressed when it was like rainy and cloudy, and now I just like look forward to it. So it's good, man. The evolution of Marcus continues, bro.
Let's go.
Oh man. Well, Mario, this is a cool episode. And for
Mhm.
those of you guys listening, this is going to be a very short episode. In fact, you probably would have seen the little timer at the bottom that shows how
Yeah.
short it is because this is our end of season wrap up. So we're not actually doing a full on episode today. It's more of a reaction plus a teaser for what is coming next. But I wanted to start out, Mario, with just thanking everybody because this podcast was dormant for a very long time. I thought it was going to take a few seasons for people to engage again, but man, did we get a lot of amazing engagement very quick, very early on. And I just want to say thank you to all you guys who are listening because you are what makes doing this worth it, right? Like it's if we're just like popping up episodes and like, you know, it has like one heart and like it's my mom back in Jersey, you know,
Yeah.
it's although now with the two of us, Mario, your mom will be hearting
My
it too,
mom too,
brother.
bro. That's 2 hearts now, bro. 2 likes.
So, but you know, it's not so much like it's a vanity metrics thing, but there is something meaningful about knowing that, or exciting about knowing that what we're sharing is resonating with people. And so, I just want to thank everyone. I'm sure you do too, Mario.
Yeah, I'm first of all, grateful. Appreciate you guys, Story Project family just embracing me and being able to, have the conversations. I love the engagement. In the end, and I think we talked about this when you asked me, if we can come on here. You're about bringing value to people, bro. Value, spiritual value, practical value. It's not just about, like you said, the numbers. It's about how can we help. There's people out there going through issues that we resonate with, and hopefully they continue to know that, hey, the Elijah, and I think we talked about this in the last episode. Um, God tells Elijah, man, you're not the only one, bro. You're not the only
Mm.
one. There's other people, and I'm still working. And hopefully, we brought that value, emotional, spiritual value above all. And thank you, man. Thank you for having me, and thank everyone, for embracing me. It's been a privilege, and I
Nah,
love
man,
the
it's been a
engagement,
blast.
man. It's yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
been
been
a
great.
blast having you on here, bro. And before this episode ends, you guys, I really really want to invite each of you to check out Mario's YouTube channel. Like this thing is the guy puts up some good content, man. And so please make sure you check it out. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in a minute. And if you're subscribed to my email list or on Facebook, you'll get the links, direct links as well. But Mario will have you share how they can find you on YouTube. Because the podcast is going to go on a little bit of a break now. We're going to take a few weeks off, and then we're going to come back with a new season. But in the meantime, you guys, in the meantime, check out Mario's YouTube channel. This guy is pumping some really, really incredible content. And in fact, Mario, I need to sit down with you on a separate call, and we've had this conversation a little bit already. um, but I'm just putting it out there so everybody knows. I need to figure out how to get my video to look as good as your video looks, because bro, you're like Chris, man. You're like an artist with
Bro.
this stuff. Mine is like this lame, like, you know, webcam thing on my monitor that just kind of looks, it looks beat up compared to yours. Let's put it
Nah,
that
nah,
way.
man. Hey, it comes to show, bro. Content is king, bro. Either way, to the end. Content is still king, man. So you got that webcam, but you got the content, man. That's great. No, yeah, bro.
There we go.
Yeah. We love people coming on. We appreciate that. We go live on, every at least twice. I'm trying to do it every Friday, but just kind of chill live conversations with other young people. And most of the time, it's not pastors. It's just other. Sometimes it'll be like cousins. Sometimes it'll be just other church folk who are going through the same situation. And then I like doing film stuff. I'm not saying go to the YouTube channel and expect great film stuff, but I'm just kind of the same thing here, bro. Kind of like an extension of what you're doing here. So would always love to have people on, and yeah, man. But remember that content's still king, bro. So this is a channel to stay on too.
That's it. Well, there's something really incredible about, particularly within the Adventist ecosystem, that I think is as very close to my heart, and that is the opportunity that we have to collaborate together as creatives, right, and support each other and back each other up. I'm in the secular space now, business-wise, because I'm no longer an employed pastor. So I have my own company, like marketing company, and I work with secular businesses, coaches, and real estate and therapists, like just building websites and doing like marketing stuff. Won't bore you with the details, but one of the things I found in this space is like, man, especially like in industries, entrepreneurial industries, these people in this space, in the secular world, they really support each other. Like they really back each other up. They refer each other. They collaborate. They do joint ventures. Like they're always pumping and building one another up. And I think part of my heart is to see Adventist creatives doing that more. Like not just being like, oh yeah, you're doing great, but like actually collabing, right? Actually paying the price of supporting each other, and that means more than just a thumbs up. It's like, let's work together, let's pump each other's stuff, let's pump each other's content and share it with the ecosystem, right? Like let's build that ecosystem and just turn it into something beautiful. So I appreciate you being a part of the Story Church podcast, man, and it's a joy for me to be able to connect with you and with other creatives and just say, hey, let's do this together, you guys. Like we don't have to be alone, let's do it together. And that includes all of you guys who are watching, who are listening. We've never done YouTube before. The YouTube channel blew up pretty quickly. That was amazing. Podcast episodes been getting listened to and shared. Just incredible stuff. We've ticked quite a few people off, and that's pretty normal. I should rephrase that. We haven't ticked quite a few people off. It's probably just a tiny handful. But we appreciate you guys too. I mean, what can I say?
Of course.
Of
course. Yeah, man.
Everything has its place, right? But for the most part, I think the most incredible thing has been just the messages that we've gotten of people who feel seen, who feel heard, who feel blessed, who feel empowered, who feel inspired, because that's what it's all about. And for those of you who are watching and listening right now, if you ever listen to these podcasts and you're like, oh man, I wish they had gone a little deeper. I wish they had gone into a bit more here or a bit more there. Remember, this podcast is just like the tip of the iceberg at the Story Church Project. Like I said, Mario got a bunch more videos on his YouTube channel, has live sessions that they do that you can actually jump in. Like I never go live, right? Like you can go live with Mario. Like there's so much more than just a podcast. Like on the storychurchproject.com, there's books, there's blogs, there's an online school where actually, let me correct, I do go live every Sunday with the online school, Mission Collective. But that's more of a private live on Zoom, whereas you go live on YouTube, right? So it's like more public. There's so much more, you guys. There's so much more. So never think, oh, the podcast, that's all there is. No, there's a lot more. And if you want to dig deeper and explore more and have more conversations, get more resources, get more tools, get more equipped, more trained, all of that stuff. This podcast is really just the beginning. So, Mario, shall we talk a little bit about what the next season is going to focus on?
Yeah, man. Let's do that tease. I have a few seconds left here, bro. I'll let you do that, bro. You know how to spice things up, man.
Nah, bro, I talk too much though. I talk too much. I gotta pause at least once in a while and be like, Mario, lead the way, man, lead the way.
Yeah, man.
So
It's
tell us a little bit because we have talked about it, and I think it's something that a lot of people find really meaningful. A conversation that a lot of people it touches a lot of people's hearts. So yeah, lead the way, bro. Tell us a little bit about what we're gonna explore in the next season.
so the reality is, and this has been a topic for a while, but it seems to be getting, in a post-pandemic world, it's probably even a more harsher reality, and that's the bleeding out of young people in the church. So there's, bro, it's almost non-existent. I remember Spanish churches would boast, and I grew up hearing this. Man, see, we're not like the American churches because we got Sociedad de Jóvenes and we got programs in the afternoons and stuff like that. It's almost the Spanish church, even with the youth, is also almost at the point where English speaking churches were a while back. Some are closing their AY programs, or their AY programs are just pretty much adult Vespers led by some young kids in some cases. Why? Why? Maybe we should talk about that, man. Let's discover maybe a little bit. Let's have those conversations of why. What does it mean? What exactly? What are the solutions too? Because this is what I love about this, right? We're not just here, like you said, this is the issue, but maybe we can have conversations of what can we do in order to stop that. In the end, obviously, the answer is, generally speaking, let's go back to the word, but meaningful, deep conversations that will help us get somewhere, and in answering the question why, and answering the question why would hopefully lead us to, okay, this is how then we get to address it. But
That's it.
there's a lot of reasons, man, and then we have to face harsh realities, harsh truths. But that's what the gospel is, right? God uncomforts us in order to bring us that change, that transformation.
That's it, bro. That's it. Yeah, beautifully said. The latest statistics, youth ministry, we're losing up to 60% of our youth on average, between 60 and 70. Actually, I think it was between 50 and 70. So that's 60% on average, right? Losing up to 60% of our youth on average. And 72% of our churches in North America are either dead or in decline, right? So there's some stuff we got to talk about, and we're not going to talk about this like Marcos and Mario, like we figured it out, guys.
Yeah,
you have to
fixed it.
Like
Fixed it.
I don't know about you, but I'm not that smart.
No.
But there's some serious stuff to talk about, and while we may not know what the full answer is, I think we can contribute to the conversation by exploring some things, some raw, painful truths about this phenomenon that oftentimes don't get talked about. And I think that's what's going to be exciting about this season. I've been sending out some emails on my newsletter, particularly about why are young people still leaving church, right? Because ever since I was a kid, like I'm almost 40, bro. I'm almost 40. All right. And ever since I was a kid, people were asking, why are young people leaving church? And they're still asking, why are young people leaving church? We got better books, better resources, better programs, better youth rallies, better events. Like when I was growing up, like youth ministry, and you too, because we're not that far in age. Like youth ministry was cringe. Like the music
bro,
cringe.
it was.
People were trying to like act all cool. Like the Christian rappers back then were,
Yeah,
it
bro.
was so cringe. Nowadays, it's like production quality level, amazing. It hasn't made a difference, man. Like the perforated artery of youth ministry is just like just bleeding, bro. And I think that there are definitely some areas that we want to touch on that maybe don't get touched on enough or a lot. Some come to Jesus moments for us as a church, as a denomination, and some painful realities that I think we need to explore. And on the other side of that, potentially begin to create a new future for our young people. But that's what our next season is going to be about, you guys. And you know what's weird? Like I was actually thinking about this earlier today. I was like, dang, we're going to do a season on youth ministry. And how weird is it? I've been doing Story Church podcast now for, you know, I don't know, like 7 years, maybe. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
6. I'm terrible at telling the passage of time, but something along that. And I'm like, how come I've never done I've never done this topic before?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's something that I'm passionate about and it's near to my heart. When I started ministry, I was a youth pastor for 2 years. A lot of those young people no longer in church. When I growing up in my church, there were like, I'm not exaggerating, dude. And for those of you who aren't Latino, this might be hard to wrap your head around, but just remember, Latinos be popping babies left and right. All right. Like
Mm-hmm.
there were like 100 young people in my church growing up, like 100. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, bro.
Between Pathfinders and Adventurers, it was like a lot. And there's like a tiny handful of us, 3 or 4 of us, that I'm aware of anyways, because I haven't been able to stay in touch with everybody, but 3 or 4 of us that are still in church. And if it's any more, it's because they've come back, right? It's because
Mm-hmm.
they've come back. And I don't know that they have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just massive checkout, and again, this is the Latino world,
Yeah.
so it's happening across the board. And one of the challenges that we have here, and I talked to one of the conference presidents here many years ago. He said one of the challenges that we have in Australia, and it's a challenge that Latino churches face as well in America, is that you have a lot of migrant churches. When they get planted, they're like a transplant of the culture from back home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a migrant community who moves to secular Australia and they start a church, and the church reflects the culture of what it was like back in the home country. It becomes kind of like a little capsule of, like a little portal back to that home
Mm-hmm.
country. And the problem with that is the young people who grow up in that church, the youth of the migrant families, are not familiar with that capsule. They're growing up in the postmodern, secular, Western Australian society. And so eventually it doesn't take long for that youth to come to church and be like, yo, this is like a foreign,
Mm-hmm.
completely different, like I feel like I live in the real world, and then on Sabbath I come to church and it's like I stepped into a different dimension, and it doesn't make sense to me and it's not relevant. And then there's the toxicity as well that sometimes accompanies
Mm-hmm.
that. And so they just check out. They just, young people don't leave when they're 18, man. They left when they're 12. They just didn't have the capacity to act on their decision, and so by the time they're old enough to, now they have the freedom to act on their decision, now they're doing what they were thinking when they were 12. So
Mm-hmm.
anyways, I'm almost about to start an episode here on
Yeah,
this, bro. So,
bro. Yeah, that's how good it is, man. That's how good it is. That's how good
yeah,
it is. No,
yeah.
it's a huge problem, man. That I've read that statistic where I don't remember the source, but yeah, they say during the high school years is when young people are solidifying their decision of whether they're staying or leaving church.
Mm,
It's during that age group, right? Preteens, 13, 14, 15, 16. When they're 18, 19, they've
yeah,
already made that decision. So,
absolutely.
which speaks to
Mm,
many issues, because then deep issues, and it's gonna come back to what is the definition of church? What
yeah,
does it mean to be spiritual? What is it? There's a lot of things, right? Because we keep on trying, like you said, high value production things today in churches, and yet it just doesn't seem to be working. Now, I think we could offer some, like you said, we won't figure it out, but we can maybe offer some things where, hopefully the Spirit will lead out and just get us thinking and going. But it's a good one, man. We better quit right now because we'll go on right now.
yeah. That's it, bro. We're done, you guys. This
Yeah.
is just we're just whetting the appetite here. So let's wrap up with this. Mario, we're gonna be on a break for a few weeks before we get back for the new season. And in that meantime, I really encourage people to go and check out your YouTube channel. Tell us about your YouTube channel. How can people find you? When are your live sessions? How can people join in? Just give us the full Mario YouTube spill.
Yeah, guys, appreciate it, bro. You guys, so I would say subscribe. Subscribers isn't everything, obviously, but subscribe and click the notification bell, just because, as pastors, we try to be as consistent as possible with YouTube or other things like this, but it's hard, it's difficult, right? Because of everything that we have to do. So if you hit that notification bell, I would say you just get when the videos are live, when I record videos. But most of the live sessions are Friday nights. This Friday, we're having a Friday night session, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. I know in the East Coast it might be a little bit late. In Australia, you obviously or I don't know what it is over there. But
Like 9
hey,
p.m.
if you're up
You
at
can do it,
like
guys. Come on. Well, at least in Perth, it'll be like 9 p.m. I don't know what it's. There's so many
in other
time zones.
places,
It's dizzying.
well, if you're up at 2 a.m. in Australia, man, join. I mean, for some reason
There
you're
you
up
go.
at 2 a.m. on for Saturday. Join us. We do 2 Fridays a month. I'll upload shorts here and there and just videos that. My YouTube channel focuses a lot on, bringing the spiritual value of it. I'm trying to lean towards helping people in their devotional lives, bringing awareness, and kind of like this too. What does it mean to be a church, and offering just some practical lessons. So connecting, man, connecting. It's not just about making videos. For me, I love when people comment, not because I just want to comment, but because even though I'm an introvert, I like connecting, man. And that's what I loved about here. People were actually commenting, engaging in the conversation. So hit subscribe, but plan to connect, plan to go on the live session and chat. Give us your name, help us to know you better as you get to know us. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Hope you guys can come on, and we'll be seeing you guys soon here in just a few weeks, hopefully, God willing.
That's it. Yeah. And like I said, I'll share the links on the Facebook page, Story Church Project Facebook page, and also on the email list. Now, not everybody here is on the email list or the Facebook page. So if they wanted to actually just go on YouTube and type up your channel, what would they have to type up to
Well,
find your channel?
if they're here, we can just also link directly. We'll just link the what's it called? We'll put the link under the description here, just like we did, I
Yeah,
think,
the show notes.
with Mad Channels. Just it is. But in case you right now you're watching on your TV and you just want to go on your phone, it's Mario A23. Mario
A
A23.
23.
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mario
Mario
A23.
A23.
There you go, you
That's where you
guys.
can find me.
So I'm encouraging you right now, if you're not driving, pull up your phone, open your laptop, go to youtube.com, type in Mario A23. And when you see this guy, you know it's him because he's always wearing a cool hat. You click that profile and then you hit like and subscribe, the notification bell, so you know when the lives are coming, the new videos are coming. It's good stuff. You guys aren't going to regret it. This great value, great content. And when you've been on the online game as long as I have, you're careful about the kind of stuff that you pump, because you don't want to develop the reputation of, oh, Marcos is always pumping stuff that's not that good. So when I'm pumping something, it's because I'm like, yo, this is good. This is really good. In fact, it was watching your content that prompted me to reach out and be like, dude, let's work together. Like, because it was incredible, man. So yeah, guys, go ahead and check that out. You won't regret it. I think you can have a really good time. So that's it for today. Yeah, I don't have anything more to add. Excited for this next season. We're going to get, it's going to release in September. It's going to release in September. In the meantime, check out Mario's YouTube channel, and you can also go to thestorychurchproject.com to explore all the other resources that are just sitting there, just waiting for you. They're like, come to us. I don't know. It was kind of weird, but you got any closing thoughts, Mario?
No, appreciate it again. Thank you so much to everybody. Hit those resources. Hit the notification bell on this channel too, because you might forget. But once, come September, that first episode pops up, you guys will get that notification. So also hit the notification on this channel right now as soon as you can also. But yeah, man, appreciate
If you're
it.
listening
We'll
on Spotify, just subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate you, bro. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Looking forward to hanging out again in September. Until then, don't forget, God has given you the most powerful gift in the history of humanity, and that is his Holy Spirit. We are all, as believers, full of the Holy Spirit. So lead without apology, and whatever vision and dream God has placed on your heart for his kingdom, for his church, don't be afraid. Lean forward and make it happen. All right, take care, and God bless.